Hello everybody, Martin here, back with round 3 of this Legacy League, playing Storm. We are on the draw. Put mulligans, but let's keep. Alright, so our opponent leads, they mulligan to 6 and scry to the bottom, and they lead with Bayou Deathrite. I'm pretty sure this opponent is on Delver, because I've played against them before. It's actually a buddy of mine from my local game store, I think. Anyways, I think that's what he said that his account name was. So anyways, we are going to lead on Tropical into Ponder because it's just more, yeah, again, like doesn't put a land in there, in our graveyard for them to take with a Deathrite. We draw Second Therapy, which isn't the hottest, but could come in handy. Okay, I think we can safely keep this hand, or this Ponder here, draw the Probe, and then get a Ponder next turn, potentially Probe into the second Ponder. And wow, they don't have a second land, so for once it actually pans out. Not fetching. I feel like whenever someone leaves on Deathrite off a non-fetch land, it's always a bait, and then you play around them. You play around their Deathrite, and they just have the fetch land anyways. But anyways, let's see what's going on here. Force. Double him. Liliana and Dismember. So I think we Ponder here, I guess. So I think the worst thing that they could end up finding would be like a wasteland, actually. Tell you what, let's take the Brainstorm and then draw the Empty the Warrens next turn. Yeah. But we have to take the Hymzir, I think. It's the most immediate threat. So we just pass. Let's see if we can... Yeah, they drain us for 2. Fair enough. They still can't draw land. Wow, that is awesome. I think we Brainstorm here. We can't even really put back MT because of the because we only have fetch lands. So let's put back 1 fetch land, and I guess put back 1 probe. So this opens them up to do some stuff next turn with their lands. But probably it's fine anyways. And they drew a land, so they were just baiting having the force. Now that they couldn't him, they didn't want to tap out for Liliana. Interesting. Well, we're not really getting super hot here. So I think the MT plan is sort of going off the rails here a bit because we don't have enough mana to do it this turn, and we won't be able to really get enough Storm together next turn. So I think we actually will shuffle here. That is nice. So what I think we'll do is... Let's see, they have Force Liliana, Dismember, Misty, so if they draw a blue card next turn, they can play Liliana, minus her, discard the Dismember, and then... So I think we actually have to... Therapy the Force out of their hand. Yeah, let's say Force of Will. We're actually not looking that great, because the this will drain us down to 11, so 9 effectively next turn. We can Grim Tutor twice, but they will have a live Deathrite. So we actually kind of have to hope that they tap out for Liliana now. And of course that they didn't draw anything relevant like a hymn. Another hymn would be kind of bad. If they tap out for Liliana, I'm actually really pleased, because that means Deathrite is off the table. And we can then... Alright, so I think we'll discard the Empty the Warrens here. Yeah. Or what? Oh, actually, no. Maybe probably the Sensei's Top. There's a world where we want to just make a bunch of goblins, maybe. More so than having top in hand or in play. So maybe they... Like, the worst thing they could have drawn is a Daze. Alright, well... Let's go for it here. We drew an Infernal Tutor, which is really nice. It means that we have redundancy in terms of winning through the Past in Flames. So let's sack this for red. Get the Past in Flames. Flashback the Cabal Ritual. Cast a Grim Tutor. Get another Cabal Ritual. Cast that. Cast Infernal Tutor. Or what? Hang on. So it's actually not enough, right? I think I got a little bit too carefree here. So what we need to do is cast Infernal Tutor and then cast Ponder off the Underground Sea and hope to find a richer ritual or petal or land. That should be possible. Yeah. Yeah, we find everything. Yeah, got there. So that was a little bit too loosely played, I think, but we got there. So, and they got boned by their draws. So sideboarding wise here, I don't really like to do a lot, to be honest. I guess I don't really enjoy having the double Past in Flames against their Deathrites, but so maybe we want like Ad Nauseam. It's a Delver deck, but it's not a Delver deck with a fast clock. Actually, yeah, let's try this. So yeah, as you can tell, my son awoke from his nap and is now in full stride. Alright, so I think we keep this. It's a pretty good hand. Only question is, do we play around Wasteland? Well, we get to see with Probe if we need to. Or if we need to discard on turn 1. Okay, so we can't, unfortunately, nap their double Brainstorm hand because they have Daze. So they have Daze, double Brainstorm, Delta, Trop. Well, if they want double mana or triple mana on their turn, they're going to need to drain themselves for a land. So, question is, do they Daze this? Didn't think so. So I think we shuffle this. We have these effects already, and what we need is like business, I think. Empty the Warrens is not the worst. It's not the best either with this hand, but yeah. Okay, so they brainstorm. And delta into what? Delta into him to chart would be kind of brutal. I guess not. So I think what I like doing here actually is casting Duress. It means they can't drain us with Deathrite if they want to cast their Brainstorm. And I like, snapping over the discard turn into 2 turns. This pedal also means we're a lot closer to doing something funny with the, what's it called? With the Empty the Warrens, is what I said. Okay, so they brainstorm. Alright, so days. Days, Force, Delver, Misty, Delta. So worst case scenario is they have like a Hymn to Tourach on top of their library. I guess I don't hate taking the days, honestly, because we have the therapy. I think it gives us a little bit more maneuverability in terms of like resolving a ritual maybe, because, yeah, I don't know. On the other hand, if they untap him and take our therapy, then they're just stuck with a force we can't get out of their hands. So no, let's take the force. Maybe that was just a bit too cute. It does mean now that we can't really brainstorm profitably in response to their him. Okay, but they snap off their fetch before their draw step, so they must have not liked what they saw. Uh-oh. Bummer. Double black. Must mean him. So they just ripped blind him. That must be nice. Okay, so at least we know their hand. And it is a Daze, a Delver, and a Misty Rainforest. And looks like they favor having Deathrite open to finding like to pulling the Delver. But man, if they hadn't hit that empty, we'd be looking pretty sweet right now. Let's see what Brainstorm shows us. That's not too bad. So I guess we don't really want the tutor here. Oh, this is rough, right? But let's go put back tutor and then Tarn. And let's therapy the days. Alright, so we fate this, we drop to 15, then we're at an effective 13, and we get Ad Nauseam. So, I mean, it's not the best, but it's not the worst. We can surely win from there, but we could also not win. So if they rip a Liliana, we discard a Petal, and then we draw the Sculling Tar next turn anyways. Ponder is a good card. Ponder lets them dig for like Hymn to Tourach, Force of Will, Flusherstorm, Invasive Surgery, stuff like that. Come on, shuffle. Yeah, they shuffle. I mean, that's always like a bit of a false thing to be jubilant about, because it just means that they find something else. Alright, play the Delver, so their hand is Misty and whatever they found, so it can't really be too scary. Could be like a second Daze, or like a Flusterstorm. So they hesitated on the first petal, which makes me kind of think they might have like a daze. So yeah, we're gonna drop 1 life to be able to have a petal open over a land. Sweet. Okay. Nice start. Now we need to hit some rituals. Okay. So now we really have to consider whether or not we can afford to keep going, because if we drop to 2, then we're just dead. So it would mean like drawing our Grim Tutor, one of our Tendrils, or Past in Flame. So 3 cards left. So it's like a bit less than a 10% chance on each flip. And the thing about it is here, we need to hit a petal. Yes, good. We need to hit a petal to play around days, and we only have 2 petals left. So I think we just have to hope that it wasn't a, what's it called? A daze that they drew. But I'm a bit concerned it would be off the shuffle. Okay, it's not. So now the only thing I'm really worried about is an invasive surgery. So actually, let's double tutor here. Okay, now remember, they concede. They know the writing's on the wall. Sweet. So beat one of the more tricky matchups, the Bugdelver matchup, but they did break hard in the first game. But survived like him and had to deal with like a daze in the forest and stuff. Anyways, that was pretty sweet. Yeah, I guess I kind of like bringing in Ad Nauseam, although you shouldn't be too results oriented here. But like against Bugdelver, where they don't have the bolts and they are like a bit slower out of the gates, no Pyromancer stuff. Yeah. Anyways, thanks a lot for watching. I'll be back with the next couple of rounds, probably at another. The recordings will happen later because I'm gonna hang out with my son now. But yeah, it'll be the same to you because the videos will be released all at once. Bye bye.